welcome back to my channel. My name is Eva and this is all about Dogo Argentino and dogs in general. So if you are perhaps planning to buy a puppy and you are not going to hunt, you are thinking of Dogo Argentino specifically as a pet, then this channel is definitely for you because I do not hunt. So I do challenge some stuff, and as I'm growing my puppy, she's 11 months, I would like to share it with you. Perhaps those informations will make your life easier. Perhaps you won't make the same mistakes as I do. If you do have a Dogo Argentino, leave a comment down below. Also, if you are planning to get Dogo Argentino or any dog at all, Mastiff, let me know. I would like to know. I would like to have conversations with you in the comment. Please also consider subscribing because I am trying very hard to grow this amazing community. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be amazing community. So let's not make it super long and let's talk about today's topic, which is Dogo Argentino and protection, aggression, you know, this kind of stuff, because I do have some incident to share with you which happened over my daughter's birthday, and I thought that would be a good video and also touch the basic on Dogo Argentino aggression. I put it in the quotes because it's not really aggression, but I will get to that. So from, you know, a little tiny puppy, 8 weeks to 11 months, because my female is 11 months. Also a disclaimer over here, all what I'm saying is based only on my dog. It's only my experience. This is my first doggo, so I don't have a big knowledge, but I'm just sharing with you as a pet owner. Okay, let's not make it super long and let's jump right into the video. Before I go to the incident, let's talk about my dog's protection ability, or I don't even know how to call it because I don't know if this is protection or this is reactivity. I think it's kind of hard to separate those two sometimes when you don't know what you're looking for. So I will walk you through very slow of what's happening and what's been happening and how I manage this kind of things. So when I got my puppy, she's definitely more of that insecure, kind of timid side. She's not a confident dog at all, okay? She's not a confident dog, Argentino. She have, I think, weak nerves to some point, I would say, because she is fearful. She's always been fearful of men. I mean, always. Like, it got better. Like, I work really hard on her confidence, and you know, I always had her back and she knows that. It's actually funny because when she was tiny, she would just hide behind me when she was scared, and she knew I am going to handle the situation, that she don't need to go up front of me and bark and lounge and growl. Like, she doesn't need to do any of it because I got it, and that's actually a good thing. So if your dog is insecure, whatever, like, you don't want your dog in front of you because he's in the power position. You want to be in between the dog and whatever is triggering the dog. And you say like, hey buddy, like, I got it. Like, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to worry, just leave it to me. So this is what I have been doing from the very beginning, and I am happy I did. I feel like this way, you know, I built the dog's confidence up. So, you know, she was very fearful as that tiny puppy. As she was growing, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months, she would occasionally growl on random people, usually men, women not as much. So I would just correct her with the pup on the leash. You know, positive trainers only, force-free trainers only would come like, hey, you can't correct the dog for growling. But I basically told her, hey, you be quiet, you sit. I actually give her a comment she usually knew very well. So if there was outside, it was always outside. If you know, she would growl at someone she's not supposed to because someone just approached us and wanted to talk to us, hey girl, like, chill out. Like, you do not have to growl at that person if you don't know this person's intention. Just don't assume that this person wants to hurt us or it's like a fearful growl, whatever. I got it, okay? I always got it. So I would always pull my dog behind me, tell her sit or lay down or do something, and if she wouldn't stop growing, I would pop that, you know, prawn collar, and she would be quiet. When she's quiet, relaxed, I would give her a treat. And yeah, it was only for like 2-3 months. Maybe it was like the fearful kind of period, but she stopped. And you know, even though she's not super like happy-go-lucky to strangers, not at all. And I think that's also like a Brit thing. She is not happy-go-lucky with strangers, you know. When we meet with people she doesn't know, like on the walk, because they have a dog, and the dog, you know, approaches us, and so people are just so overly friendly and just want to pet every single dog and would like approach her and put their hand ahead. She would like avoid them. She wouldn't like, she would sniff it and then avoid the pet, being pet. For me, that's totally okay. If she doesn't want to be pet, she doesn't want to be pet. Why would I force her to be pet by strangers? It's not needed. For me, the point is that I can trust her, that she's not gonna bite anyone, that she's not gonna lunge anyone, that she's not gonna growl at anyone, because it's not needed. I got it. In the true danger, then whatever. If someone wanted to really hurt us, yeah, go ahead, but it may never happen, right? And I have to make sure she is safe to everyone around me, because obviously I don't want her to bite anyone because she is fearful. So anyway, from that like 6 months to now, she's been very good outside with the strangers. She did not growl at anyone during that period. It was mostly when she was like tiny, like younger, much younger. Now she will just avoid pet by any cost, but you know, I think that's like normal for the breed, that they are not super happy. However, if she sees that person second, third, fourth time, she will definitely warm up to them, and she will be even happy to see them. She will shake her tail. So she is like friendly to strangers she met a few times, but first time she like keeps her distance, and that's totally okay, right? She doesn't need to like give kisses, she doesn't need to be happy. This is not this kind of dog who would really love meet new people, and I knew that, and that's totally okay. So this part I think we have covered. Now let's go into aggression inside the house, or like protection, whatever you would call. So inside it's a little bit different story to some degree, because well, we don't have many strangers coming in, okay? Like no friends, no strangers obviously, because who would come in, but there was like one person who would come, and if I don't want her to interact with that person and I don't have to talk to that person, I will just put her on a leash just in case, and I will put her in a sit, stay, comment on the couch, and all I want from her is to completely relax, forget about that person, don't look at that person, don't, you know, don't care about that person. I got it, again, I got it. And it's usually lasts for like 2 minutes, where she's like like growling and like not really barking. She's not a huge barker, but she's definitely like, you know, her full like stand up. And after that 2-3 minutes, she just lays down and falls asleep until she hears like sudden movement or a sound, and she's like all up again. And yeah, but like, so one day there was a person coming to get our bike, and I keep her on the leash because they had to bring that bike from the basement up, and I obviously didn't want her to break the stay comment and like, you know, go to that person. So I keep her on the leash just in case when they were moving that big bike, because it's definitely something totally new, right? So now when people are coming over and I do want them to interact with the dog, I do want them to warm up to the dog, and I think that maybe I made a mistake, and I will go to that incident that happened. So it was my daughter's 4th birthday, and we had the most amount of people coming like ever. Like, she had never seen so many strangers coming to the house, and by so many I mean 3 people, okay? 3 people she have never met. No, she met them when she was like tiny, 3 months old. That's when she met them last time, so she may not even remember. Those are strangers for her. So again, as always, I would put her on that couch, you know, stay, comment and play stay, and she would just, you know, calm down. And once she calmed down, being relaxed, I would let her out of the couch to say hi or like let the people interact. But here's the thing, when your friends coming over, and that's the mistake, I'm not gonna make that mistake again, they want to interact with your dog, they look at the dog, they want to be liked. For some reason, people want to be liked and they want to pet your dog for some reason. When I am coming to people's houses and I see that dog is maybe not comfortable with me, it would never occur to me to pet a growling dog. Why would you do that in the world? Like, why? Like, have some like self, you know, protection or whatever. I would never go to a dog and just pet it if it's not feeling comfortable with me, or just even like give my hand to a sniff, like, hey, like that dog can sniff you from like 2 blocks away. Like, you don't need to give it your hand for the dog to sniff or to feel comfortable. Anyway, the people would come in, and once it was time to like interact, I would give them the treat, and so they can give the treat to the dog, and it kind of made the trick. She would warm up a little bit, you know, but I would prefer to just completely ignore her, okay? She would like go around the house, you know, follow us around, but whenever they wanted to like interact with her and like pay attention to her and look at her and talk to her, she would stop feeling comfortable again, and she would like give them a little bit of a growl and like just like leave me alone, like I don't want to interact with you. Maybe because there was so many people, there was also my parents-in-law and plus those three people she didn't know. Anyway, I feel comfortable with her to just, you know, roam around. Because it was my daughter's birthday, I just, you know, left her unattended. She could like go whenever she wanted. And anyway, then my sister-in-law comes to me and says like, hey, like your dog almost bit your friend. And after confronting him about it and talking to him about it, he said that he was petting her back and she didn't see who's petting her. You know, maybe she thought it's my sister-in-law, and then she like looked behind and noticed it's him and she nipped him. Okay? And I don't really know what to think about that. Like, again, in my world, I wouldn't feel comfortable to pet a dog who growled at me like 15 minutes ago. You know, she may never feel comfortable with the people she doesn't know. And for someone who has a Dogo Argentino, how would you react to that story? I know she is very young, she's only 11 months, and perhaps in the future she will get bigger, stronger, and she may bite. She may like break the skin. And I obviously don't want that for my friends to get bitten. But at the same time, I don't want her to put her away in the room when there is like party going on. That's also not fair. In my perfect world, leave the dog alone. Don't talk to the dog. Don't look at the dog. You know, don't interact with the dog. Let the dog be. If when the dog feels comfortable to interact with you, you will know, because the dog will be happy to actually see you from the first moment you get into the house. But it may never happen, okay? And for me personally, it's totally okay if it never happens. If my dog will never be comfortable meeting strangers outside or in the house, what's not acceptable for her is to go and nip and bite and all of that. But at the same time, give the respect to the dog as well, and give the space, and yeah, and that's it. That is you know, and I know that she can warm up to people. I know that because we have another friend. He came to like renovate our house, and she would just growl at him, bark at him, and he would come in. I would put her in the place, stay comment, and like eventually like halfway through she would be like friends with him, and then the next day he actually came in. He just opened the garage and went into the house. We were still sleeping. The dog sniffed him and like cornered him into the door, and he was like screaming to like rescue him because she like literally cornered him like, hey, who are you, like what do you want, like I'm gonna like eat you. And yeah, she was like barking and he was just so scared sitting in the corner. So good job, dog. I'm feeling so much more secure knowing that she would do it to a stranger who would actually break into the house. So that was great. And we call her off, she would come, like go to her place, and you know, a few days into the renovations, like whenever he came into the house, she would be happy to see him. And now they are the best friends. Like, you know, he comes like once a month or so, and she's always super happy to see him, give him kisses, and I trust them 100%. One time, however, in the summer, he came back to the house to pick up like a beer or something, and he, you know, he was playing with her, and then he started running. Like it was like a very sudden run, like, you know, out of the blue, and she would chase him. She would be like, hey, like what are you doing, like why are you going there? So yeah, so it's definitely all friends until we are not friends anymore. But again, it's what is to be expected with that breed, and everything is just management and making sure that everyone is safe. You know, perhaps in the future when the guests are coming and she's not 100% comfortable, I would just put like a soft muzzle or something like that, just in case, because I obviously don't want her to like bite anyone and get into trouble, because she's a cute girl. She's actually sleeping under the bed right now. She's very tired because she had amazing walk, but I'm probably, you know, you already probably saw a bunch of videos of her over here running and whatnot. So anyway, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe if you are new, give me a big thumbs up. Also let me know what you think in the comment down below, if I should perhaps working a little bit more on her. But I think it's all good. I think, you know, I just have to advocate for her more when people are coming over and be like, hey, like stop, don't interact with my dog, okay? She doesn't need to do it, like she doesn't need to be friendly to you. You guys don't have to be friends. She is my dog, she is my friend, I am her person, not you, so stay away. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope I will see you with my next video. Bye guys!